work. I think that was your warning that you got.
Wow. Not number.
I heard a ba-ding over there.
But I don't know where it's at now.
You need me to call it?
Yeah, because I don't know where it is.
Well, we got one person. We may not get many tonight because of the.
I got it. Where'd it go?
I'm calling you because of the football game. So we got a couple people on. We got Canadian Twig.
Hey.
And Robert Tosted. Is that what that is? And Randy Deaver. Or maybe not as many people as we thought watching the game.
People aren't watching the game.
What?
People aren't watching the game.
We're not. I haven't watched the Super Bowl. And
Phil Presto, Robert Austin. Hey guys. Welcome.
And Randy Deaver. I'm sure Mary's around somewhere. Howdy, you guys. We'll give people a little bit of a chance to get here. And, man, we have a lot to talk about. It's been a long time since we've talked. So, a lot of events in our life. So, should be pretty exciting, or not?
Hey, we're alive. We're here.
Are you cold?
Not now.
I could turn the heater up.
Fine. Oh.
Let's see. I've been watching National Geographic.
North Carolina. National Geographic.
Yes. I'll tell you, when I quit watching football was that last time they striked, which is probably
Hey, Amanda.
16, 17, maybe even 20 years ago. So.
Are you talking about the woke game? Yeah. Hi, Ty.
I don't know. I don't know whether it's
National Felon League. It's a mess.
There's Jason.
Hey, Jason.
I do have some really bad news for Charlie. Tomorrow he goes to get
a haircut.
Well, a little closer to the balls, I think. But we have to get it done because he started spraying, and when he started spraying, we couldn't have him in the house. So.
How's your head?
How's my head? Mm-hmm. We don't want to talk about stuff yet.
Well, you had someone asking.
Oh, someone asked
Jason
me?
Jason was asking.
Who did?
Jason.
Don't be asking questions yet, Jason.
Charlie gets deleted? No, but his offspring does.
Yeah. Him and Cage would look at each other and go,
Hi.
Yeah. Hi.
Oh.
Darla the Great Neuterer. Huh.
Do you want him spraying all over the place?
I don't.
Yeah.
No, I want him to be. I want to be able to hold him too. I want him to be able to be a kitty.
Yeah.
Lots of news there. We'll go over that. There's we'll give it about 5 more minutes, give people a chance to get rolling in. I think a few people here might know
How's Class A living? That's a good topic.
Yeah.
Yes, Amanda, no little Charlies.
How's Class A? Well, we can talk about him for right now. He has, he's been putting that diesel heater. I guess he's got 3 of them in that motorhome. The thing is about the size of this right here, our living room. But he's got got things going everywhere in the dash, and he's got adjustable vents. That's what he was doing today. I just happened to catch it. And, I mean, it's turning out pretty good. I don't know. It just he needs to get after it because he keeps talking about how he needs to get on the road, but he doesn't have any interior in it. Doesn't have any lights on it. Doesn't have any front end on it. I mean, it's not something you can get in and drive away. We have a new kitten too, Waffles.
Like
She's 10 weeks. She will be sprayed or spaded ASAP.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Cage has a meeting with Destiny tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So
Charlie.
I mean, yeah. What did I say?
Cage.
Cage. No, he already had his.
Cage first time.
Cage first time. No, Cage is already done.
Cage first time.
So, well, let's give it a couple more minutes because we're only up to 9.
Well, it's Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
What you
I think if they what do they call them? Nasty Bunny or whatever, or something like that. I heard a guy today call him something booger. Bad Bunny. It's Bad Bunny, Bad Booger. So you got your choice between that or Kid Rock. I'm going to try to stay a little bit away from the politicking tonight because it's going. Everything is really, really ramping up, and I don't want. Now's not the time to be discussing it because it would be probably pretty scary to hear some of the things I've been hearing.
Said no one is watching the Gay Bowl.
Yeah.
Bad Bungie?
It's Bad Bunny.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm so out of the loop on that.
Bad Bunny. Yeah, and it's just, I mean, the best part about it is he's going to sing in Spanish, and I don't know, understand Spanish. I don't think most of the country does. So it's not a bring us together moment. That's what I can tell you. But yeah, football lost its meaning when they started kneeling and all that crap. When they first went on strike, I was like really upset because I was a full-time football guy. I mean, Thursday night, Monday night, Sunday all day. I was really, really into football. I loved it, and I couldn't get enough. And then when they went on strike, it really irritated me that they waited till the beginning of the season. They went on strike, and I thought, I mean, you're punishing the fans because you want more money, and you're all making pretty good dough. Why don't you just wait till the season's over and then ask for more money? And then they did it again. They went on strike a second time. I said, if they ever go on again, I'll never watch another game. And they did. And then all I've seen is that Pumperdink dude or whatever his name is, kneeling. And screw those people. If you don't like it here, go somewhere else. I don't care. Okay, well, we're going to start now.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to remember from the very beginning. But anyway, some of you know we've gotten work done on the house while all this was going on. But we didn't go to quartzsite this year. And one of the reasons why we didn't go to quartzsite this year is because every time we go to quartzsite, something bad happens to me. I mean, I get a blood clot.
Or the motorhome.
Or the motorhome has a problem, or both, or I just get really sick. And last year when we went to quartzsite, I got sick when we were there and had a hard time getting through it. And then
had a hard time getting home too.
Yeah, and then when it came time that it was over with and it was time to head home, she comes home. We hook up the truck. She gets in the motorhome and goes, "I'm dying." And I think we made it as far as somewhere in Arizona.
I don't even know.
And or no, yeah, the first time was in Arizona.
Like 40 miles away or something like that.
And I said, well, I need to pull over and take a little break. and we slept for about 8 hours, and then we got back on the road, and we ended up making it to El Paso the next day in the early afternoon, like 2 o'clock. And I said, I've got to lay down. And so I laid down and you laid down. And 16 hours later, we woke up and we got going again. And I mean, it took us what normally I would do that trip in 2 days, 1,400 miles. It took us 6 to get home last year. So we just decided this year we were going to do it. So my I have to take this shot to help my breathing, and it's a thing where every year I have to be tested. This is how it started. So we had to go down to Texarkana to go to the breathing doctor, and they put me through a breathing thing, and they said that I've lost I was 80% before, and then this time when I went there, I had 80% or 60% of my breathing capability. So they wanted to put me on these steroids. So we came home, we got the steroids, I brought them home. And I told the doctor there, I said, I'm a diabetic, right? And these steroids are going to just light up my sugar. And she said, well, it's kind of up to you. You're going to have to make the decision whether you'd rather breathe or you're nervous about your glucose. So we got home, we went and got the stuff. I think we got it all, actually, yeah. We got the next day. And then I called my doctor over here and I said, I went to the breathing people down there and they said that I need to take this steroid. And I told her what it was, and she goes, wow, that's a pretty powerful steroid. And I said, well, yeah, but I said, what, should I not take it? And she goes, well, it's kind of up to you. And I'm looking at Darla, I'm like, what? I mean, she should at least try to explain to me yes or no or what or why. So anyway, she just told me, make up your own mind what you want to do on that. So I told Darla, I said, well, I guess I better take it so I can get my breathing working. Well, I got this little thing now. So my sugar just took off. It was just like this. And I was all night long, I was up drinking orange juice and all kinds of stuff, drink honey, whatever I could do to keep my sugar from crashing down. As soon as I took it, I lay back down, and bam, the alarm go off again. And then all day it was running real high. So then I got sick, real sick. And I thought, I got this really bad cold and all this stuff. And in the meantime, Darla, we've had all this snow and ice and everything around here. And Darla took a spill out here and it's jarred her pretty good and screwed her up. Hey, Chris. And then she was inside and then she got sick. So we were both real sick. And in the meantime, I wanted to get
well, we also had a grandbaby born.
But that was after
we got well.
He's only been around a week and a half or less.
Where are you? Okay, I'll go ahead and tell your story.
Okay. So then I'm trying to get with this kitty. I love this kitty. Tomorrow he's getting fixed so he can go back in the house.
I can't.
And then on Thursday I got to go be tested so I can figure out what kind of shots I have to take every month. So anyway, we went there, and when we came back from there, I got really sick. So sick that I could keep nothing in my stomach. And I went 7 days, no food.
No food. I mean,
nothing.
No food.
And about 4 days with no liquids. I couldn't keep anything in my body.
I tried. It just would not stay.
And if I took a swallow of water, it came right out. If I took a bite of something, it came right out. So, I mean, I was pretty bad. And I mean, I did a lot of praying. And I wasn't sure whether I was going to come out of this time. And Darla started getting a little better. And finally, I mean, it was so freaking cold here. It got down to 0 at night, and it was like 15 during the day. And we have this snow around here is so weird; it just doesn't want to melt. It finally, there's still some on the grass out here, but it's almost gone. Anyway, I was trying to get up and get around out there. Then in the meantime then the guys came to
Hey,
do the
Yanni.
hey the guys came
Insulation.
to insulate the house. So I went out there, unlocked the door, and I just went okay, and I left. And Darla went down. You went down there later on and
Yeah.
said, "Wow, it's really looking good." But I didn't see it for 2 more days. I couldn't get
Yeah.
going to be able to go down there. And then I finally do, and I'm trying to do some things. And all of a sudden, I just wake up and I'm in the back of an ambulance on my way to the hospital. This is where she can kind of tell the story for a few minutes here.
He wouldn't come to. His
I,
eyeballs
I,
were rolling under his
well,
eyelids like
you
crazy.
got to tell them what happened. As I
Well,
walked
he
out,
slipped on the ice between the shed back here and the house. The
and
shade there,
there's a
and
tree.
he went over sideways and hit his head on a tree, a big maple tree, and it didn't move a millimeter.
It didn't. No, it didn't.
But it
No, the
peeled
trunk's
back.
like as big
It
around
peeled
as
back
this
his
lure.
scalp
So my
and knocked him out cold. And he was like laying in a puddle of blood when I got there, and I heard him fall, and I thought, oh, it sounded like snow slid off the roof, and it hit the ground. And then I was like, oh my God, that was Bill. So I ran out. I was in the shed. I ran out around the corner, and I saw him on his side, and his arms were like all weird. I don't know. They were like bent, freaky weird around his face, and his breathing was like really shallow, and then he quit.
And I don't remember any of this.
And then I'm calling him, and his eyeballs are doing that weird thing under his eyelids. And I was like, man, this was bad. And then I saw the blood, and I couldn't get him to come to. And I kept shaking his arm and rubbing his chest and trying to get him to come to. And I'm calling him, and finally his eyes popped open, and he's like, where am I? How did I get here? Why am I so cold? Because you're laying on ice. His clothes were soaking from the ice. And then I'm asking him first thing, right? When you knock yourself out, what's your name? Where do you live? Didn't know those. And then I said, who's president? And who do you know that would know who president is but this guy? And he didn't know. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so I'm on the phone calling 911, and they get there, and he's conscious, but he doesn't remember any of this. And he kept telling the same dad joke over and over and over. I guess I can hide my own Easter eggs now. He told that joke 6 or 7 times.
And I don't remember any of
that. It got to
that.
the point where the EMTs are just looking at me and going, yeah, he's messed up.
So all of a sudden I come to, and I'm in the back of this
His
ambulance,
blood pressure was high.
and I'm looking around, and I see this guy, and I'm like, "What's going on? Where am I?" What? He goes, "Well, you slipped on the ice and you hit your head." And I put my hand back there, and my hand was all bloody. And I said, "Oh, okay." And I said, "Where are we going?" He said, "We're going to the hospital in Mina."
And he kept asking that too,
Yeah.
over and over and over. Well, what happened? And they tell him again.
So I get there, and now I have 5 staples in the back of my skull. And on Tuesday, I go back to have them taken out.
But in the midst of that, the day prior to him falling, our daughter has been battling preeclampsia, if you know what that is. She was 7 months pregnant, and she started having problems at 27 weeks. And they got her to 30 weeks. And then they had to take the baby because her blood pressure was out of control, and the baby's heart rate was dropping. And so we now have a baby boy in the NICU, probably till his due date, which is April
Number
the 8th.
10 grandbaby.
Yeah, we got another boy.
8 boys, 2 girls. But you know what started all this was right before Christmas. Tigger Adventures, Dave and Inette showed up.
Yeah.
And Dave and I wired the house, and then we installed the mini split, got that all done, and then we had a guy come over, that certified dude, and he evacuated the lines and turned everything all on. It was working great. We just had that going. But I mean, I was so messed up, I couldn't do anything with it. And then we ended up making a special trip down to my doctor again, and she gave me medications like these antibiotics that look like small footballs. And we came back, and then I just stayed in here for what, 3 weeks?
I think it was 2 weeks, but it was a long time.
And then the baby came, and Darla was going to go the next day.
That's why we were outside. We were getting the car out of the garage, and we had to like hack away with pickaxe all the ice that had been
to get the door open,
to get the garage door open, to get the car out. So I could take us the next day and go down and help with the baby and the other kids, because she has 3 other boys.
So I thought I got to think of something fast. So I slipped, fell, crushed the back of my.
And our daughter's like, Dad, if you didn't want Mom to come, you didn't have to go to that extreme. You could have just said, please don't go.
So anyway,
I'm still here.
This has all been going on.
It's just been too much. But then, after the whole head incident, we've got a dog that keeps chasing. Mellow Cat and 2 Eggs can tell you. You drive down the road and it chases you. I don't care what you're driving, a car, a motorcycle, a bicycle, it doesn't matter.
Stevie's on here.
Yeah. And it bit a kid, and they went to the person whose house the dog...
It was a little girl. It was that boy on the bike the other day.
Anyway, they went there, and I guess we're threatening to sue. And when the guy came home from work, his wife said, you got to do something about that dog. Well, he did.
He shot it, but he didn't kill it.
Yeah.
And our neighbor next door is the one that feeds the dogs.
Yeah.
So he come running over here and went underneath our porch, by our bedroom. Got blood all over the wall and all over the ground.
But because it was under the porch,
but I didn't know he was in there.
You couldn't reach it because the decking is, like right on the ground. It's got an access on one side of the porch, but he ran all the way down to the other where the land goes like this. And anyway, the decking is it's on the ground where the dog decided to get to. He was scared, of course.
And the neighbor next door called me and he says, hey, Bill, Scott next door. And I go, hey, what's up? And he goes, well, the neighbor across the street shot his dog and he thinks it ran over to your house. Do you care if him and I come over here and look and see if we can find it? And I said, no, that's cool. And I walked around and there was all bloody. There was blood everywhere. And so I called him back and I said, hey, I know where he's at. So they came over and he was trying to get this dog to come out, and this dog wouldn't come out. So then he tried with a rope and a piece of PVC pipe, and he got it, but the dog had wedged himself in there. He says, well, I'm going to have to take your porch apart. And I go, dude, this is a brand new house, man. I don't want you taking my house apart. And he goes, no, I'll put it back together. And I said, I'd rather you didn't. But then I started feeling bad, and I said, well, I got to go in. So I left, and I told her what was going on.
And I went out because it was getting dark to turn on the porch light so he could see what he was doing. And when I got out there, he was just taking the drill to go take out a board. And I go, what are you doing? And he goes, I got to take this apart or I'm never going to get this dog. I was like, okay. He goes, I'll put it back like it was. Well, he put it back, but it's not quite like it was.
So I don't know what happened to the dog, but the dog's not here anymore.
Yeah.
He put my porch back together crooked, but I'll fix that, And
I just got to say, I really wish people wouldn't get animals if they're not going to take care of them.
Well, they do. They send them to Patty's mission over here.
That's not cool.
And then I went over there and I told her, I said, Patty, I don't know if you know this, but the gray dog.
His name was Tucker.
She goes, yeah, I don't know where he's at. I haven't seen him yet today. I said, well, the guy who owns that dog shot and killed him. And she goes, oh, I didn't know about that. And I said, well, I said, maybe you need to quit feeding all these dogs. I go, because they're all coming over here to eat. And then when they get shot, they're going under my porch. So the dogs are all over. They lay all over our porches. They get in the house
here. We don't do anything to them other than tell them, you go home or whatever.
Yeah.
They know they're not going to get fed here, but they love to lay on that deck over there, and that's where that dog felt safest.
And every time we leave, it's like he's underneath the car. I don't know how he does it, but he runs alongside, and the next thing you know,
barking and biting at the tires.
next thing I know, he's under the car, and then I see him standing up off to the side, and all three of them. One of the dogs only has 3 legs from chasing cars, and then the little weenie dog, that thing. I don't know why it would even take a chance.
Anyway, that was just sad.
But I don't want our dog doing it. I don't want our cat doing it. So
very sad. It's been a tough 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah.
We're ready for some normalcy, but we got that baby in the NICU, so it's not going to be normal for a while. But
so I know these guys are making fun of us in the comments, so it's time to.
Nope, nobody is.
There's Stevie's here. Hi, Steve.
He did say his sister's a drama queen, or you are. I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah. So and then can I say about Cindy's motorhome?
I don't think so.
No. Okay.
Now that you already have.
Yeah. My daughter got a motorhome, so I was trying to help her with that. Figuring out how to work stuff. So, anyways, it's been
not the one that's pregnant.
No, she's still. They're all still. Okay. And I told her you're going to have another boy, so now she has 4 boys. I vote Bill. I don't know why you vote Bill, man. I'll tell you what. It's been pretty tough. My head feels good though. I haven't had a problem with that.
But he was like having headaches and concussion,
Yeah.
But he's doing a whole lot better.
So anyway, I've had a lot of time to think about life and death and different things, and done a lot of praying about my life and stuff. And I thought tonight we'd kind of take it down a little different course now that you know everything that's going on. But you all know Mark Bostein.
Yeah.
And he went in for a normal thing where they do the butt check or whatever. And
colonoscopy.
Yeah. And they ripped him up or something, and he's had to have surgery and all this stuff. And anyway.
It punctured his colon, I think, is what he said.
Keep good thoughts for him, and if you pray for him, because he's pretty scared right now. I've talked to him more than a few times, but he's a really good guy. I'm about 6 months older than him, and I won't let anyone go near my butt. That's just the way it is. And I told him, I said, I just don't know why they're so interested in that. The blood test, taking your blood and getting in your butt, that's their 2 favorite things. And not for me. So Mark Bostein, and he's the one who, his cousin,
good rule, Bill.
She had her and her husband had a YouTube channel.
Sailors.
And they were sailing to Tahiti and all this stuff. And she passed away about a month ago. And then when I talked to him the other day, and he said that she had taken her own life. So, man, she was pretty young too. She was in her late.
45.
What?
I think she was 45.
Yeah, she was in her mid-40s.
48. Something like that.
And pretty girl, and they were like on the sailboat, and her husband was a retired doctor.
And they kind of puts life in perspective for you, a little bit.
You just never know what's going on in
anyone's life, really.
Yeah, you just never know, and in this cold spell they've had around here, we lost a few people. We lost some being pulled behind a Jeep. We lost, what, two young girls
Yeah.
hit something and killed them. And then
Good
we had a
grief.
couple of people. We never lost electricity, but the next town down the road, which is probably what, about 5, 6 miles,
Yeah.
they lost electricity, and a couple of people passed away there. And then there were like 6 chicken houses. There were a lot of chickens got killed during this. Six
Yeah. Well,
chicken.
the houses collapsed.
Yeah,
The
well,
chicken
yeah, with the
houses.
ice.
That's big business in Arkansas.
And I told, she was wanting to go, and when the baby, I said, you know what, we can't touch the road out there. We cannot touch that road. I was listening to the police scanner, and it was, this person's in this ditch, and this person's off the side of this road, and this person are in a wreck, and it was just nonstop every night for like a week of nothing but people crashing, and they were trying to get vehicles to help them. They couldn't get to them to help them, and
Thank you, Trey. We survived.
so,
We don't get snow like we got.
and it wasn't that deep. It was only about like
But
that.
it wasn't snow either. It was sleet that came down, and it just froze.
Well,
from
it
the
started
sky.
rain. It started
Yes.
with rain, and then we got
A little bit
sleet,
we got some snow too, but
and
then
then we
mostly
got ice, and we were laying
so
in
bad.
bed listening to, like, it sounded like someone
Little pieces of
shaking a
glass.
martini with
Yeah.
ice cubes, and then it snowed on top of that, and then we got this layer of ice on top, and you could walk on that stuff, and it was just like
Yeah.
walking on cement, but it was slick as heck. I mean, every time we left this motorhome, you had to hang on to that rail till you got situated.
It was just nerve wracking.
And she fell first, and then when I fell, I just wanted to outdo you.
I didn't knock myself out, but I do think I might have either broke a rib or dislodged one.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I broke my head.
He hit the best thing he could have hit.
I don't know, man. I told too many bad jokes. Ruined my whole career. So.
Yeah, it's been unusually cold for a consistent time. Record for our state. True. John said, I don't miss the road, especially the winter driving. It was 75 there today. How warm was it here?
It was 68 here today. In
It's
fact,
warmer
right
for you
now, let's see.
We still have snow on the ground, if you can believe that. There are places.
It's 59 right now.
Yeah, there are places in town that still have snow.
But we didn't get above freezing for over a week and a half.
Hey, almost. Scarlett.
Is Scarlett here?
She just popped on.
All right. Yeah, I've been wanting to call you. I just haven't gained consciousness long enough.
She said I could go for a McRib. You're funny.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been
plain rib.
It's been pretty terrible.
Yeah, we're ready for spring.
And every time Darla would I'd say, you want to do a live tonight? Yeah, okay. And she put it on, and then something would happen, and I would get sicker, or she would fall, or I'd hit my head.
I got sick, and we didn't do one the first time, the first week. And then the second week, you were sick. And then the third week, your head was barely attached.
Well, that was Sunday morning that I did that.
Yeah.
Because you were going to leave Monday morning with the car. So Sunday morning, that is when I hit the tree, knocked myself out.
Chris said, my sister in Michigan says conditions are like winters back in the 70s. Old school winter weather.
Well, they were striping up the sky again today, so
Chris.
It probably will be this. We're supposed to get more weather here midweek, so.
Chris said, I think the animal they made me from is extinct.
Yeah.
Well,
no, there's still baboons. Did you see that thing with the?
You want me to punch him for you?
With the Obamas, they didn't show the whole thing. If they showed the whole video thing, it's the jungle, the Iwingo Wet or whatever, and it had everybody in there. It had Trump in there, and it had all the politicians.
That's an old Simpsons joke.
Yeah.
Is it really? I didn't know that. Anyway, so yeah, we've survived and just kind
We
of.
actually went to Chicken Express yesterday.
I think
Yay!
it's been like a good month and a half.
At least. Yeah. And we went and it tasted so. We went over. There's a market, a harp in town,
Harps.
harps, and they like once a month they have this deal where you can get hamburger for like $4.99 a pound, and you get ribeyes for $9.99, and they're pretty nice. They're pretty good stuff, and they just keep restocking it as people come there and start buying it. They just keep restocking it. So we went over and got a bunch of that. When we were coming out, there was a lady in there, went to the deli and bought all these roasted chickens.
Yeah, from the deli, like already.
And I said, man, we ought to go to Chicken Express. And normally
so
say, eh. She goes,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
I told her, I go, I'm coming to your house.
Yeah.
She ordered like those foil roasting pans. I think she had like 4 or 5 of those.
Yeah, and we met there's a new
80
manager.
Tomorrow.
What?
To be
80?
Said,
yeah.
That's crazy.
There was a new manager working Chicken Express. Annabelle. She might be on here tonight. She said she might come on.
She remembers.
But I'm sure she's probably watching the Super Bowl.
How's your drama for the year? The rest of the year will be smooth sailing. From your fingertips to God's eyeball.
Oh, that's not it. That's not even everything. So we get everything, all the installation in. We get the wiring all done. We get the mini split, and everything is absolutely working perfect.
That mini split's working great. I mean.
And then all of a sudden, it wasn't. The mini split wasn't working.
And I told him, I'm like, it's not getting hot. And he goes, well, it takes a while. And I'm like, 30 minutes?
Yeah, there's more. Could be. So I called the guy that was
yes, John.
was the final guy. And because David and I put it all together, we got it all together, and that guy double checked this. Anyway, he said, yeah, I'll be over this afternoon. So he came over. And he walked in, he's looking around, and he goes, well, you got a leak right there. And you could see the oil coming down the...
So they had to put drywall up in order to mount...
So that when we go to do the drywall, it's already mounted.
Yeah. And it was leaking on the drywall, little, rectangle piece they put up there to mount the mini split on. And you could see a trail of oil.
So he said, well, let me check it out and see what's going on. And I was still not feeling that great. This was... what?
Thursday? Might have been Thursday.
Well, yesterday, it was 2 days before that. So
Wednesday, Thursday, anyway. So
yeah, like Thursday. So anyway, he comes over and he works on it. He's out there for like 4 or 5 hours, and he goes, well, I know it's low on Freon, so I got to get Freon. I got to get some other stuff. He goes, I'll come back tomorrow and see what I can, see what's going on. And it was throwing these codes and everything else. So he came back. I think that was the next night was Friday night.
Story.
Yeah.
Next day or whatever.
Yeah. So anyway, it was Friday night. He comes back and he gets here and he's out there and I'm kind of leaving him alone. I figured, he'll get it figured out. Anyway, I went out there 2 or 3 times to see if he was
dark.
Yeah. Well, he had lights and stuff.
Yeah,
too.
But I mean, it's nighttime.
Yeah, it's nighttime.
And he works during the day.
And he's looking it over real close, and I'm thinking, man, this thing is brand new. And he thought at first it was one of the head units.
Yeah.
And he said, well, I'll probably have to get a new one of those. Well, he swapped everything out of that one with another one and swapped everything from the other one. It didn't change nothing. So he put it all back, and he checked all the head units, and he got everything, went in, tightened everything up, checked all the electronics and everything, and it still wasn't working. And at that time I said, well, he says, it's got to be outside. So I said, well, I got to go in. I'm so tired, man. I got to go to bed. So I go in and go to bed. And then yesterday morning,
Well, I saw him leave.
Yeah, about 9:30.
Yeah, around 9:30.
So she gets up in the morning. I said, "You going out to do the kitty?" I said, she goes, "Yeah." I said, "Well, just check it and see if it's working." And so she leaves and she's playing with the cat and stuff, I guess. But all of a sudden, she calls me and she goes, "It's working."
It's so warm.
So now the next dilemma, okay, how many thousands of dollars is this thing going to cost to fix? So anyway, I called him up and I said, "I guess you got it fixed." He said, "I did." And I said, "Well, I guess I need to get the really horrible news here, don't I?" And he goes, "Well, it's not too bad." He says, "The worst part, I had to put 4.5 pounds of Freon in." And he goes, that's going to be $397, and I'm only going to charge you $100 labor for 10 hours out there.
But what he did was he hit a reset button.
Well, he had to go inside and hit
a
new reset. But it's a good thing because he took everything apart and checked everything and tightened everything and put it all. We know it's good. And it's been working perfectly. So thank God for $400. Because I mean, I was panicking. I was figuring we have a warranty on it, but they don't warranty screw ups. And something. I think it was because it was so dang cold, it caused it to just.
Well, and he said that can happen.
Yeah, lost.
The connections can expand and contract.
Because we have it on heater, so it gets hot, and it heats up the house, and then it shuts off and it starts cooling down, and then when it needs to heat, then it heats up again. So it's contracting and all that. So, and he had put some seals, some kind of special seals in there.
Relief.
But yeah, he took care of us. So that, and if anyone ever in this area needs any mini split or AC repairs, he's perfect, man. I got the guy for it.
Trustworthy and reliable.
Yeah, and reasonable.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're still way in a lot better than we would have been. And I did call David and told him, and he was like, I said, "Dude, I don't think it's anything you did. Because it worked perfectly for almost 3 weeks." Yeah. I said, "I don't think it's anything like that." I said, I don't know whether it's from the hot or the cold or what it was, but
that same thing with the mini split happened to a girl. Her name is Kelly Hayes. I love Kelly Hayes, Scarlett. She's one of my favorite news channels I just discovered. She's on YouTube. She's in Arkansas. Same thing happened to her mini split. But I don't think she found out what's wrong with her mini split. Did she? Like, it works good on heat, but I think it was, I don't remember. Or maybe it was I don't know. Anyway, she put another mini split in her bedroom, and then she's got like a space heater, I think, in the living area. But I love Kelly Hayes. My sister just discovered her too, all on her own.
Yeah, Terry, it takes that new. That's one of the things that kind of threw him a little. He goes, one of the reasons why I didn't charge you very much for it is he goes, your unit is a brand new unit. It's got all the latest and greatest. And he said, and it's got the new Freon that's from propane or something like that.
Cody and Kelly are another one. Yeah, good channels. What did I miss?
So anyway,
do you know the cold rating for that unit, lowest temp for use heating?
I'll tell you what, it was 0 degrees here, and it never got above 15 for like 3 days, and it was warm in there.
Fine.
It goes down. I think it goes down to like 25 below.
What Freon does it take?
Well,
hi Terry. Hi Wes.
It's something like 454 or something is I think the number in it. It's a propane based Freon in it, and that was one of the things when
John said butane.
Well, I don't know. He said propane or so. I don't know, but it's flammable refrigerant. And the thing about it is when that thing gets a leak, it starts shutting everything down, and that's what happened. It just because we were getting a code, before he ever came here, so I just shut the breaker off. I said we're not going to touch it no more until he comes, and he said that well, it was just everything was shutting down, and he just went through and was resetting everything, got everything reset. was testing it all, and it was all working good. But he said when he found the one inside and he reset it, he said it came on and he was able to recharge it, and tell you what, it works good again. So I'm happy.
Oh, John says that's what's in the new freezer they bought. It's junk. Butane. Okay, that's good to know. Stay away from that.
I don't think ours is butane. I think it's propane. The junk ones are butane. The good ones are propane. Huh?
Jason said it was propane.
Yeah, Jason said it was propane.
Or Freon.
The Freon is a propane base.
Right. Yep, same thing happened to her. She had a little oil leak, and then he came back and hit the reset button. But
you got to fix the leak.
Yeah. They have a history of starting fires. Yikes.
Well, they can.
That's what the new freezer was on.
That's why all the
butane ones, Johnson.
But even still, this one can too. But they say that's why it's got all the things to shut it off. So
it will have an R number for the specific compound.
Yeah, it's a like R454 or something like that. Where are you?
Car 54.
There's the book is right there. I could spend the next 20 minutes trying to find it. But it works perfect now, and I'm not going to mess with it. It works perfect.
Yeah. One thing that works really, really well, and I'm very thankful for, is the on-demand hot water heater that's like this big. Perfect.
Looks like a
screaming hot water.
Yeah, it looks like a Kleenex box with a knob on it.
Really, really good. I'm happy with that. I've been researching those because of building a cabin in the spring. Oh, fun, Scarlett. It's awesome.
She's just going to build a shed. Where are you going to buy a shed and build it out or something? Now you know why I went. Now you understand why I want to install that pellet stove. Yeah. Well, we're going to have stoves too, but we're not there yet. So we've been spending a lot of money and now we got to stop. So I think they did have a recall
on some brand of mini splits, but others are good.
Yeah.
People Dust Canada. Hey, how are you? I wonder if good old window units would be better, cheaper probably, and most just throwaway, although no central temp control.
Well, you know, the thing about it is, and this guy said, he said, this is the future. This is what people are getting away from all these big units outside, and they don't heat when it gets cold, and they don't ever. You have to overkill them and everything. This thing is overkill for what we have. It's got 4 heads, and there's a remote control for each head to control the temperature in each room. But it was only with everything, an extended warranty, and the whole thing was only $3,500. So I mean, Mr. Cool had us down for $6,000.
I don't know yet. I'm doing research on whether you can almost buy a cabin kit as cheap as you can buy sheds. Okay.
Yeah. But a shed, they drop it off. Cabin kit sounds like something you got to build.
No, they've got what do they call those? Bunkies? I know Canada's like big on those. Some of the YouTubers I watch are putting those up.
Bunkie, that's a gas station, isn't it?
A bunkie?
Oh, bunkie.
Like a bunkhouse.
So.
But they're just kits, and they're like a log cabin, and they're slotted like a big Lego kit, and you just snap them together.
Well, Scarlett, you only want about 4,800 square feet, don't you?
They now make window units that are inverter units, and you will also have a heat setting, but they're a lot more expensive than a regular window unit.
Well, this is an inverter unit too.
When I have doesn't
runs
heat
back.
Once it gets below 40. Oh, that's scary.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, this thing We walked in there when it was 0 degrees and it was toasty.
Melicat said it costs less for us to cool than it does to run the heat. Wow. My son is a builder, Scarlett said. He can put it together and finish it out for me. Awesome.
There you go. Well,
cabin kit.
We got to get on drywall. That's the next thing. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to try to get those showers figured up here pretty quick. I got to go over and get a couple of things.
All I know is I get the washer and dryer use, and it's heaven.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
It'd just be nice when you don't have to go for the motorhome down there in the back. Oh,
I brought it back. Especially when there's ice storms.
Yeah, I brought it back up today. So, yeah. But yeah, it's so nice in there with that insulation now. It's quiet and.
They probably can't see him. They can't.
Yeah, they can.
He's having puppy dreams.
Look at his eyes. Yeah. That's what I was doing.
Yeah. You were having puppy dreams. I thought you knocked yourself out.
I was having daydreams about night things in the middle of that.
When will the dry wall be going up?
Well, we're going to have a party, John. And Jason and Amanda and you and Patty.
Hey, Amy Ross.
I don't know. I'm going to try to find someone that can do the hard part. So.
Amy Ross says them washer dryer combos really suck. I have a separate washer and a separate dryer. So.
Yeah, it's in a house.
Yeah,
it's not in the motorhome.
I didn't have a washer dryer in the motorhome either because of that.
I was going to.
So what you're saying? Work on the kitchen area first for drywall.
Well, I'm gonna do the bathrooms and the kitchen, and then probably once we start, probably do the showers first, and then the ceiling in the living room, and then start doing that one wall because that's all got to be waterproof. So that's what we're going to use on that. Who's that? Yanni.
Amy, we're doing great now. It's been a rough couple of weeks, but we're good. 600 square feet, big enough for me, Scarlett says.
Yeah, well,
John and Patty painted the dinette today.
Our place is.
Just send me a picture. Did you? Maybe that's
what is ours? 980?
Yeah.
980 square feet or something like that, I think. Who's that, Patty?
Painted the dinette.
Oh, yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah, we'll have to do that too. I got a lot of stuff to do. I got to finish building my birdhouse. No, we didn't go to Quartzsite this year.
Nope.
We could have had a job this year and we could have went back, but we're in the middle of trying to do this house, and I wanted to get as much going, so hopefully here in the near future we can get on it and get it finished up. And I was afraid about last year. We were so sick coming home, and it was scary. And we finally got home, and it was like, man, I don't know if I want to do this again. And she was telling me, I'm not going back to court. So we've been going there since 2007. We've only missed one. Well, this is our second year missing it since 2007.
Trying to convince
your wife to sneak across the border
where we can
man a fireworks location. Yeah, well.
Sneak across what border?
Yeah, well, we don't have borders.
Canada?
We don't have borders anymore. Actually, we do, finally.
Yeah, people dust Canada. Yep.
You know, that's what we should have done tonight. We should have put on Facebook. The McLeans are doing a live tonight. Turn off the Super Bowl and watch them. It's going to be exciting. They're going to talk about falling and being sick.
Amy, yeah, I'd rather be in Vegas than here. I don't know, man.
Oh, are you in Quartzsite? Is she in Quartzsite?
I guess so. Let's see.
Was it good this year, or was it like or what?
Was it busy? Many people? Y'all were smart not to go to Quartzsite this year since they sent everybody another round of flu. It was almost a replay of last year.
Oh yeah.
Amy says yes, unfortunately. Yeah, I know, Scarlett. Every year, man, they got Quartzsite crud.
Well, I don't know how many of you on here know Minivan Lee, but she basically goes from Tucson in the winter to Flagstaff in the summer, and then back to Tucson when it's winter. And she's in Tucson right now. And this week she's been doing videos on do not come to Tucson. It's not safe here. The homeless people are out of control. They're being very aggressive. People are knocking on my car at night, and so we've had problems in Tucson at that Walmart there, and we won't go back there again. And then we have problems in Las Cruces, New Mexico, so we don't stop there either. We'll go to Lordsburg.
Yeah, Scarlett said, don't we own Canada and Greenland now, and the Gulf of California or United States?
We only own part of Canada.
It seems to be less people this year, at least I think so.
I don't think we have the C. I think we have the A and N, and then duh. So they have Canada is what Canada is now. We just have N.
I know a Canadian that would love to be part of the United States.
Who?
Jane.
Who?
Jane.
Oh yeah, Jane Bray. I haven't seen anything from her this week. Of course,
she's probably busy.
It's early. It's not even Monday yet.
Yeah. Not as much traffic as it used to be.
Oh, on Quartzsite?
Yeah.
Well, you know what's...
Did you go to the big tent?
I heard it was smaller this year. They got a smaller tent, so I don't know. They didn't get near the... But you know what? It has... We had some slow years when we were going there, and they kind of downsized it.
COVID was really slow.
Yeah, they downsized it when things were kind of getting weird, and then the next couple of years they kept making, because they can make those tents as big as they want or as small as they want. So, I mean, to be honest, I don't think we really have a necessity to ever have to go there again. I mean, I would like to go to Yuma and get glasses and stuff like that again, but it just it's a long ways to drive to get glasses.
No, I was working at Taco Mio again. Oh, okay. Taco Mio again, which I wasn't supposed to work at all this winter. Okay. Most people don't realize that we used to own all that. It was part of our land to begin with before it was stolen.
Yeah, well, did you see what happened to that Billie Eilish or whatever her name is?
Billie Eilish. They
found out that her property was Indian land. They want to know how she wants to give it back to them. She's got a $14 million mansion. So she's kind of spinning around right now. She's a hypocrite. So they always say that crap. It's always good when they're giving your stuff away, but when all of a sudden it comes back on them, then all of a sudden, no, we don't want to do that.
I used to stop at Walmart in Deming. Much better.
Yeah, we've done that before too. But the thing about it is, for us, is it's timing.
All the U.S. was Indian land.
Well, the Indians never did buy or claim the land. They came here. They moved around, and when that sweet smell of grass and stuff was gone, they knew it was time to
Hey,
move
Mount
on.
Laurel.
They had to keep moving on. So,
This will be our last year here in Quartzsite, Amy says.
oh yeah,
And Mountain Laurel just popped on and said hi.
I
And Rosebud's somewhere there close by, I'm sure.
yeah. So it's just that I think I'm partially Indian, so I hate to really. It does. I'm not that type of person anyway, but I hate to say anything bad about anybody. But they had their little things too. They kill each other and wipe out tribes and steal the women and children, and I mean they weren't all saints, you know.
Mount
Like we're
Laurel,
not
it's
all
okay,
saints.
you're here. That's all
Yeah.
we care about.
Yeah. So I mean,
Scarlett said she did see that about Billie Eilish.
yeah,
Hey, Rosebud, welcome, welcome.
she's panicked now. She lost a lot of her support like in about one day. So be careful what you say, I mean, it's like on here, if we say anything wrong, then we got to suffer for 3 weeks with our numbers going wacko and sideways. And
it's not a matter of suffering, anyways.
yeah.
We watch it go up, we watch it go down. It's like whatever.
We're basically here for 21 people, and honestly, that's all we need. We don't need to have 2,000 people watching us.
I've seen and done everything that Quartzsite has to see and do. I'm over Quartzsite. Me too. I mean, you've been there once. You've been there. You've been there.
Well, we've been there when it rained so hard.
Yeah.
You had to wade to your RV, and then we've been there when it was so windy. We went to do laundry. We couldn't find our RV. We were driving around.
And it's been cold the last many years.
Yeah.
We used to go there and it was like warm and t-shirt weather and
That's why we went there.
Yeah.
And then
a lot of people go there.
And then the noise from the highway is really bad, and people, you get out there and the LTVA and people are getting drunk and getting loud, and I guess maybe had some gunshots and fights and RVs burned down.
Gramps radio.
Yeah.
Scarlett's asking, I hadn't been here tonight. Have you heard from him? Remember the person that was having the surgery? Yeah, I haven't. He's not on here tonight, and we haven't had a live in 3 weeks, so I don't know.
Hey, Scarlett, you guys had a couple of girls get killed over there, right? Being pulled around by a Jeep.
We got more like crazy. Yeah, Amy. The weather's it's just not.
It's been nice the last 2 days.
In Quartzsite.
Oh yeah.
In Quartzsite. So it was pouring like crazy. They're really cold. Yeah.
Well, and the worst part is for us is having to go in that tent.
Yeah.
And you go in there in the morning, it's 30 degrees, and then by 11 o'clock it's 130 degrees, and then by 4 o'clock it's 20 degrees.
And it's just a breeding ground for all the cooties. That tent is. Pulled around. Yeah, they were pulled by a Jeep. By a 16-year-old driver.
And they went in a ditch or something.
No, they hit a tree.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, man, when I was laying in there dying and I had my little police scanner on, I mean, the cops that were going crazy, just they couldn't get the tow trucks to the people that needed to be pulled out, and they were just all, everybody was helping everybody, trying to get everybody out so they could get off the roads. I never thought it rained here in Quartzsite. Oh yeah, it rains. We were there when it rained real hard. Our campground was underwater.
Yeah.
And the water was just, they have like a little tiny little creek that turned into a raging river.
Like crazy also. Snow's one thing, but you have very little control. Yeah. Yeah, Chris, they were sledding behind the Jeep. What happened is, I think the kid that was driving, he was a 16-year-old new driver, and he went and he turned, and of course, it's like whiplash, right? The lead went out that way, and the girls hit a tree.
And he'll have to live with that the rest of his life.
Yeah. My grandson hit the back of a car sledding. He's 4. His arm's hurting. It's not broken, though. Yeah, my ropes, they were being pulled, my Jeep, and got in the line of trees, and it killed them.
I remember Christmas time.
Yeah.
I got a 10-speed for Christmas, and I was so interested in watching the derailleurs work. I ran into the back of the neighbor's car. Didn't hurt the car, but man, did my chest hurt for about a week.
Kids, they do the darndest thing.
Yeah, I was not happy.
Dangerous, but
Right.
everyone, yeah, that's true. Everyone
used to do it.
True.
But being pulled around with a rope, huh?
By a vehicle, yeah.
Well, out in the Midwest, what used to happen, people would get pulled down the dirt roads, and they'd be doing 60 miles an hour and hit a mailbox, cut them in half.
Well, remember that kid that ran into? He was on his quad, and Wayne had that wire because they kept driving through his property. Remember?
Oh yeah, about cut his head off.
Yeah, they hit him here and crushed his windpipe, and
we had
tried to sue Wayne, and it was crazy.
We had a customer that I built him a brand new bike, custom bike, and he didn't know how to ride it. He just bought it to look at it. He had too much money. And he went in to get something out of the house. And when he came out, he saw his bike riding away, and his brother-in-law was on it, who was an epileptic, and he had a seizure and ran into a speed limit sign that chopped his arm off. And he survived, wrecked the bike pretty good, and then he brought it over to my house and had me redo it again.
Scarlett, yeah, because Scarlett tuned it a little bit late. Bill slipped on the ice and fell, and he fell sideways, and his head hit the maple tree out here.
I got 5 staples
in his head, knocked himself out, took an ambulance ride to the hospital.
I don't know how they said they put those staples in from the inside. I don't know how they did that. Must have went through my ear.
So yes, it was a fun day.
Yeah, Tuesday I got to go back, and they're going to take them out.
So scary. I never want to see that again. That was terrifying. I couldn't get him to wake up, and then when he did, he wasn't
me.
He wasn't himself. Kept saying the same thing over. How'd I get here? Where am I?
Why am I cold?
Why am I cold?
I thought that was funny.
Didn't know his name, didn't know where he lived, didn't know who was president. Big fun. Yeah. So that's why we didn't have a live last Sunday. The Sunday before that was because he was sick with influenza A, and the Sunday before that I was sick. We're here now.
Yeah, now this week, tomorrow's Kitty.
Tomorrow we get the kitty neutered.
He gets neutered. Tuesday I get my staples out. Wednesday, nothing. Thursday we go.
The endocrinologist.
The
diabetes doctor.
And then when do we go to the kitty allergy doctor?
The 20th. We busy people.
And in the meantime, we got to drywall the house, do the flooring.
My uncle did that to me on my mini bike. Luckily, I was going slow, but wire to the throat was dangerous.
Well,
Excuse me.
Out there in Lucerne Valley, they had the Slash X, and those guys out there would ride them dirt bikes, and the private landowners out there would string up wire across. And they finally told them.
Yeah, because you don't see it.
If you hurt somebody, you're responsible for them because you're setting up put up signs. Don't put up barbed wire. We were here for 5 days, and my son was medic flown
of Roslyn West campus. Oh my gosh!
And got brain surgery.
Wow. Is he okay now?
What?
You should have him do stitches. You could add a monogram. It would have been an A.
We got to get that. We got to get that helicopter insurance.
Yeah, I just got the information on that from Rita today.
Did you?
Oh my goodness, I do know how they can put staples
from
the inside out, but there's no brain They're happy they have plenty of
Actually,
plenty of
it's
room.
really weird because they do it from the outside, and it's like a and you can hear.
Yeah, because it's scraping on your bone, your scalp.
I guess when they go to take them out, they just snip them, and then they just grab them with tweezers and pull them out. So Cindy told me she had some.
Yeah.
She said it didn't hurt. Actually, they told me they
They
said
didn't do any anesthesia when they put those staples in because they
they
said that would hurt
they
more
said, "Do
than
you
the
want the
staples.
anesthesia?" They said it's kind of painful getting them shots.
Yeah.
It's not that bad to get. I said, "Well, go ahead and do it." You know, it was a little bit of a nail biter, but I couldn't let on like it did. I just
You didn't even flinch.
yeah.
I think you were
A
still
big
loopy.
bad tough guy.
I think you were loopy.
Well, they hadn't given me anything. They never did give me anything for
from
pain.
smacking your head. No, they never gave you anything. When you do something like that, Patty told me, she goes, painkillers don't touch that kind of headache pain or whatever, from a concussion.
Yeah, and there's one more thing that I had, but I don't want to discuss it. So that I don't want to talk about. The morphine treatment. Darla doesn't know. I'll tell you after we.
The castor oil treatment?
Yeah.
That's the magic pill?
Yeah, but I could not extract it.
It was constipated.
No, I wasn't constipated. I was jammed. It was jammed up in me, and I thought I was going to have to reach up in there and grab my tonsils.
All right. Let's talk about politics, Juanu.
Yeah, because Jason's muting over there. Are we supposed to have some more bad weather moving in between the 12th and the 14th? Get what you need while you're out doing all this other stuff, just in case. We got to go over to on Tuesday. We're going over there to Hot Springs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to start raining on Tuesday, and it's going to be raining from then on, but it's not supposed to snow. The car gets around. That was another thing. We needed to go to the store.
This for you.
Thanks. It's not exactly what they use.
That's what they're taking the staples out with.
Yeah. The truck, I needed to get the truck out, and it's up here. It's right below the motorhome, right above the house, and way down to the street. So I thought, okay, so I was able to back out and down, and then I pulled out, and I was going to head towards the street, and I thought, well, maybe if I go up on this little hill here, I could just stop there. Well, I got up on the hill, and I couldn't back up. So I decided to just drive on down and around, and I got stuck real good. And so the guy came because I hadn't paid him for the insulation. He came like 4 or 5 days later, and he pulled up and he had a 4-wheel drive, so he chained on to me and he pulled the truck back to where I could back out into the road because they had scraped the road. You couldn't get down our road for a week. And finally I got it up, and then when we decided to go, we got in the truck and I backed out into the road, and we went. We were able to go over to town, get everything we needed, and we got back. And I said, well, I'm going to hit it up the hill. We started hitting it up the hill. I got, 30 feet. It just went, whoop.
Yeah.
So we were done.
We just stayed there for a few days.
But the Cadillac drove right out.
Yeah,
I was really surprised. And it drove up the little hill up here onto the
Amy said, okay, I'm back. I had to walk away for a minute. I think when you were talking about being impacted.
No.
And Scarlett said, hope you all have a fabulous week ahead. Keep in touch. I'm glad you're all well and feeling
yeah,
better.
It's that time, you guys.
It surely is.
It went pretty fast tonight. Hopefully we'll have a whole lot of disasters for you guys by next time.
No more. I can't handle that anymore.
I'll tell you what, man.
Terrible.
I thought I was a goner for sure.
I thought you were too.
No, I'm not talking from the head hit either.
No,
I'm talking about from being sick.
Yeah, all right. Sick. Anyways, guys, we did it. We're back. Why do you do that?